Welcome back to the Hip Replacement Podcast. I'm Chris Bystransky, your host. I'm also a two-time hip replacement patient, one more than 10 years ago and the other more than 12 years ago, and I'm here to share my experiences with you. So right now, we are in the middle of December, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about 12 practical, hip-friendly reminders that can help you navigate the holidays successfully. I know we have a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be maybe out of our environment, maybe out of our routine. And although this is going to be a great time of the year, it also could pose some risks for us, okay? Depending upon how far you are away from your hip replacement surgery. Maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe a few years even. And maybe this is your hip's first Christmas or Hanukkah or New Year's or whatever holiday you celebrate. So this could possibly be a very big deal for you. I'm so far out from my hip surgeries, but it's still a big deal for me because my schedule is totally different this time of year. My kids are out of school. We're going to visit some folks. We may have some folks come over to our house. So it's just going to be a lot different than it normally is. So the holidays are meant to be joyful, right? You're likely getting together with your family or friends, but if you're recovering from a hip replacement, they can be exhausting and very risky. Exhausting because you may want to be on your feet and on your hip more than you normally are. And we've got to address that, okay? So here's your reminder. Your hip recovery comes first. Not serving your guests, not preparing all the meals, not taking care of everybody else. Your hip recovery has to come first. And let me go over the 12 tips or the 12 reminders that I have for you as you navigate this holiday season. And number one, all right, your hip recovery must come first. It's okay to say no to a lot of things. It's okay not to do everything that you did last year. Holiday traditions this year are optional. Your long-term health is more important, and that is not optional. Protecting your hip this year, protecting your new hip this year, will pay off for decades. So let's not do anything that'll really impact the hip or cause us pain for weeks and months later. All right. So don't feel like you have to be up and around and taking care of this, putting up a Christmas tree, putting up Christmas lights, getting on a ladder, cleaning this, washing that. No, all of that is optional. Take care of your hip first. So that's number one. Number two, plan your seating everywhere you go. You might be visiting friends or family or restaurants or other places. And you don't have to sit on low couches or soft recliners or deep chairs because these can be dangerous if you're relatively close to surgery, all right? Just sitting back and having to get all the way up. If you're not used to that, it could be dangerous. You could put a lot of stress on your hip, a lot of stress on your muscles, a lot of stress on your back, and you run the risk of falling down or falling back or doing something to damage that hip. So let's just be clear that you don't have to sit anywhere that is not appropriate for you. If you need a seat, just ask for a different seat or if someone can change seats with you. And there's no need to be embarrassed. And it's not time to tough it out, to say that, oh, I'll take care of it. It's not a big deal. I'll be all right. No. Let's take care of the hip above all other things right now to get you through this holiday season unscathed so that your recovery can continue. And this may be, not only for someone who's a week past surgery, but also a year. This might be still something stressful for the hip at this point. Number three, watch your standing and sitting reps, up and down and up and down and up and down, because holidays involve a lot of getting up and down for meals or conversations or games or greeting people at the door or greeting them when they leave or saying goodbye to them when they leave. All right. All of these reps add up. And if you're not used to that, you may feel tired, fatigued, sore. So move deliberately and rest often. All right. Don't willy-nilly up and down and back and forth saying goodbye, up the stairs, down the stairs. Let's kind of stay relatively still. Not, you don't have to like sit still like a statue, but let's just be careful how much we're moving, because all of that adds up. And if we're not used to that, we're going to feel it later. Number 4, stick to your exercise or walking routine or whatever you do to stay active. And remember that consistency beats perfection. Even short walks or gentle mobility work helps prevent stiffness and setbacks during busy days. And the holidays are busy days very often. Try to move a little bit every day and make sure you get plenty of time resting and sitting down. And this is the most important thing right here in this topic. Don't wait until you're tired or in pain to rest or get off your feet, because by the time you are sore or you're in pain, it's already too late. You're not just going to be able to sit down for a few minutes and bounce back up and be okay and feel good. You might be out of commission for a little while. So make sure you're taking rest early and frequently. All right. Number 5, mind your step count or watch your steps. If you're not used to walking miles and miles and miles yet, let's be careful, because the holiday shopping, walking through airports, and we all know that airports can be pretty big places, and to go from wherever you park or get dropped off at the front door all the way to the gate, maybe half a mile, maybe a mile. But if you're flying private, I guess if you have a private plane, maybe it's, 50 yards or 100 yards. But for everybody who's not flying on a private plane, that's me. I'm not flying on a private plane. So when I go through airports, sometimes it's a mile walk, half mile walk. There are some airports that are notoriously big and they take forever. Salt Lake City, I'm talking to you. That is a massive airport. To go from point A to point B is going to take a long time. All right. So watch your steps, watch your step count. And with gatherings, with just traveling, I mean, you might, without even noticing it, you might double or triple or maybe even more your daily steps without realizing it. And that can be dangerous, right? Or risky, or set you back, or cause you pain. And we don't want any of that. We want you to have the best holiday season ever, and doing too much might set you back. But remember, more activity equals more recovery time. So pace yourself, try not to walk too far. And I'll touch on travel and airports on another item, but hold on for that. Okay, number 6. I know this is going to be hard for a lot of people because a lot of people want to be independent, but you have to ask for help and accept it. If someone offers you help, accept it. Because a couple things go on when somebody offers you help and you accept it. Number 1, somebody is giving you a gift of their help. They're offering to help you. And if you don't accept that help, you're rejecting their gift. You're rejecting their offering. You're basically telling them, you're not good enough. I can do it better. I don't need your help. I don't want your help. And that could be hurtful to that person. Let people help. Accept the gift of help. And number 2, you may, by not doing everything, you may give people the opportunity to rise to the occasion, to do things around the house, to do things at an event or at a party that they would not have normally done. So you're giving them the opportunity to grow themselves, to grow in taking care of other people, to think about other people first before themselves. So let people help. A lot of good things can happen. All right. Let others carry plates, move chairs, lift luggage. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a pretty smart recovery strategy. And you don't have to do everything that you've always done. If you're the person that hosts holidays and you do all the cooking, you do all the cleaning, you do all the entertaining, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the everything. It's time to let others help and give them a chance to take some responsibility. You can ask for help without feeling guilt, without feeling weak. All right, this is a time for you to focus on what's important, your health and your hip, and getting back to full activity later. But you have to be patient with yourself, both physically for your body and emotionally. We can't let that feeling that we're going to get help get to us and that we're weak and we can't take care of ourselves. We're not independent anymore and we need other people to help us. That is exactly what we need right now, right? Even if you're years past surgery, when I do housework, like when I'm washing dishes or something like that, I'm not doing that for an hour at a time. I'm doing that for about 15 or 20 minutes at a time, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do something else. And I'm a big, strong, healthy guy, ride bike, run, walk, golf, all that stuff, swim, all that stuff. And I'm still, every 15 to 20 minutes, I'm putting the brakes on, getting off my feet, because it's those little minute movements around the kitchen, just like turning from here to there or walking 5 feet. Those seem to be the ones that give me the most pain quickly. I can walk 10 miles, but if I were to walk, and that could take hours, but if I'm standing and just doing small movements around the kitchen, that impacts me a lot more. All right, so take it easy. Number 7, travel smart. If you're flying, get an aisle seat. Just ask people to move if you're not booked in that seat, and try to get up and move every 30 to 60 minutes, all depending upon how much your flight is. Bring compression socks if your doctor or surgeon recommended or if they help you. And allow extra time in airports so you don't feel rushed, so you don't feel like you have to get through an airport quickly. Definitely watch all that walking in the airports. And if you call ahead, or if when you get out of your car by the front door, you can ask for transportation to your gate. Someone will either come with a wheelchair. Don't be embarrassed. I've done it. A lot of people have done it. Don't worry about it. Get the wheelchair if you can. Or they'll pull a golf cart up or some other type of transportation that they use inside an airport. Get a ride. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy being chauffeured around. It's totally okay. You'll get to look at the airport a little differently rather than walking and rushing through it. Just sit there, relax, look around. Nobody cares, okay? Nobody's going to look at you negatively if you're taking a ride in the airport. Do it. Get the chauffeured ride. Number 8, I know a lot of people are not going to like this one at all. Watch alcohol intake. Yeah, I said it. Watch alcohol intake. Don't watch yourself drink it. Limit it. Be smart about it, all right? Number 1, alcohol can impact the medications you're taking and have different effects based on the medication. But alcohol can also increase inflammation, affect balance, which is a trip hazard, and interfere with your sleep. 3 things your hip doesn't need right now. Try to stay hydrated if you're going to be drinking alcohol, but just stay hydrated anyway. Keep the alcohol to a minimum and stay hydrated with water, because if you have more fluid in your body that's able to be used by your joints, that's going to be helpful to you and the fluid that is inside the components of your joint to help it move more fluidly, okay? Number 9, protect your sleep. You don't have to stay anywhere out late. You don't have to be the last one to leave. You don't have to help clean up. You don't have to be the last one at the restaurant. All right? You don't have to be the last one at grandma's or your kids or your aunts or your uncles or wherever. You don't have to stay late. Wherever you're going, late nights, noisy houses, unfamiliar beds can all derail recovery quickly. All right? You want to get good sleep. and prioritize your sleep because it's part of your rehab and recovery. If your muscles don't get the relaxation, the recovery time when you're sleeping that they need, they're going to be impacted. It's going to impact your joints. All right? Protect your sleep. Number 10, this is very important, not only because it's the holiday season, but the weather it could be cold or icy or snowy. Number 10, beware of slippery conditions. And this not only applies outside, but it also applies inside. If you're walking through that airport, if you're walking through those stores, if you're going shopping, the grocery stores, the department stores, the toy stores, the floor can be wet, which is a slip hazard, right? Winter weather, wet floors, and cluttered homes all increase the risk of falling. You know, if you go into someone's house, or maybe they even have a pet, you're not used to where things are. You're not used to where the rugs are, to where the carpets are. There's just more people in a tighter space. Be careful. Move slowly. Turn your whole body rather than pivoting quickly, all right? Wear stable shoes and don't rush. And definitely watch out for pets in other people's homes and in your home as well if you have a pet, or in airports or anywhere else where there are animals could be moving around, right? But definitely watch the snow and the ice outside. Go slow. Make sure you're stable. Take your time. Number 11. Expect emotional ups and downs. We all go through this. And after hip replacement surgery, where part of our body is ripped out and something else is put back in, we may not feel great, but it also can lead to some emotional ups and downs. And if your recovery isn't going great, if you're in even a little bit of pain, you may get a little frustrated. And it's normal to feel frustrated. I mean, certainly for that first 6 months to a year, I was all over the place. If you can't participate in things the way you also want to participate, you may feel left out or impatient during recovery. And that could be exasperated, especially during the holidays, when you see other people doing fun things, or the kids are running around, or friends are more active than you. You know, you're going to go through some ups and downs, and that's totally expected. It's totally normal. Just embrace that. Observe and know that you will get through this, and that the healing isn't simply physical. You're not only recovering physically from your muscles not working the right way for a long time because you've been in so much pain, you're also recovering from the physical part of the surgery itself, but there's also an emotional toll that is taken on everybody. Some people it's a little bit, some people it's a lot, but it's there somewhere. Just know that the healing is not only physical, that it's emotional. You're going to go through ups and downs. Everything will be okay. You'll get through this. But just expect those ups and downs and you'll be okay. I had a great piece of advice years ago, and it was from a Navy SEAL. And the Navy SEAL said, don't ever make a decision when you're feeling down. Don't ever make an important decision when your mind isn't positive, when you're feeling down. That is the wrong time to make a decision. All right. I don't know how we work that in right here, but just know you're going to go through ups and downs, and that's expected. Number 12. Remember, this is important, that this lifestyle that you have right now because of the hip, whether it's a week, a day, a week, a month, a year, this is only temporary. This isn't forever. This holiday season is about protecting your new hip so that future holiday seasons can be stronger, easier, and pain-free. Next year is going to look completely different. This holiday season is about healing, not performing, not being everything to everybody, not doing all the work, not rushing it. So stay patient. The strength is going to come back. Healing is your job this season. Heal now. Celebrate a little now, okay? Let's not forget that time's important, but then celebrate a lot later when you're feeling better, when you can move around more easily. Don't push it now. And I'm going to do number 13 because when I was a little kid, I used to go get donuts. I ate way too many donuts as a little kid. And we would get what's called a baker's dozen. It's instead of 12, it's 13. And that 13th donut or whatever muffin was the bonus. And this 13 of something is called a baker's dozen. So you're getting the bonus baker's dozen number 13. This is important. Take any pills with you. Even if you have not taken pain medication in some time, if you still have some left over from surgery, make sure you take it with you if you're going to be traveling. Because you don't want to find yourself in a strange place needing to find a pharmacy or a store with meds, again, in a strange place at strange times in the middle of the night when you've overdone it during the day and you're in pain. Take the meds with you. Even if you haven't taken them in a long time. Because if you overdo it, if you have a trip and fall, or if you do something that causes you a little pain, you're walking, you're standing too much, you're twisting too much, you're up and down too much, maybe that pain that you haven't felt in months is going to come back and revisit you for a day or two. Have the meds with you. And if you don't have any prescribed meds, make sure you have some type of whatever you take as a pain killer. All right? Take something with you because you don't want to be hunting for it later on when you absolutely need it. So that's it. That's the Baker's Dozen tips for helping you navigate the holiday season. I hope these were helpful to you as you navigate the holidays with your new hip, whether that's a day, a week, a month, a year, past 2 years, whatever the amount of time is. We're going to be putting a lot of stress and strain on our hips, and we don't want to have a negative impact for a longer period of time than we need to. I hope you have a great holiday season. And thanks so much for tuning into the Hip Replacement Podcast. Until next time, I wish you the best recovery possible. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, if you want these 12 tips, simply click on the link in the show notes and you'll be able to print out the 12 tips on a one-page sheet so you'll have them with you, okay? Take care. Have a great holiday season.